Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kai. I make bookish lifestyle and vlog content. And in this video, I wanted to do a realistic how much I read in a week with a 9 to 5. I do work full time. My schedule is 8:45 to 6:15 every single day. So it's more like, it's closer to 50 hours a week than 40. I do read a lot, especially since I have a Kindle now and I'm able to read on my lunch breaks and during slow moments at work. It does make it very easy for me to get a couple chapters in. Right now I'm in the middle of Phantasma, so I will be most likely finishing that today. And then I'm excited because then I get to choose another book for tomorrow and maybe the next day. I'm not sure how much I'm going to end up reading this week. And I'm still trying to decide if I want to do a Monday to Friday or if I want to include the weekend too. Because surprisingly, I feel like this is not the case for most people, but I feel like I read less on the weekends. Reading is definitely something that I have to fit into my schedule. So it's a lot easier for me to read while I'm doing other things. Again, mostly at work or before bed. But on the weekends, I'm usually stuck doing like errands and cleaning and such. I'm sure if I found a couple books that I could listen to on audiobook, I could probably bump up my book count a little bit. But I'm just running around doing so many things that I feel like I don't have much time to just sit and read. But we'll see. I haven't made the decision yet. But I'm just doing a quick little intro before I vlog the rest of the week. I will end up doing a tally at the end of the video of the amount of books I read, the books I finished, and the amount of pages read total. So I'm kind of excited to see how that adds up. I think I average around 200 pages a day, but I'm not sure if I can stretch that maybe. But I'd like to see if I can kind of get an average and then challenge myself to read more on a different week. But with that being said, let's just get into it. I just got off work. It is 6:05 and I am 87% of the way finished with Phantasma. I was on page 243 when I started the read today, and now I'm on page 388. So whatever the math for that is, I'll put it up. But I just got to the most juicy part and I had to clock out, and now I have to drive home. So now I have to sit here with this information and not able to finish the book yet until I get home. And it's like a 25-minute drive. So I'm literally going to be sitting here in anticipation, waiting to finish reading this book. I knew it was going to be a 5-star read from like chapter 5. I'm just so flabbergasted that I didn't read this book sooner. But I think I'm going to go home and then read the rest of the book through my physical copy, and then I'll see what I'm in the mood to read after that. I'm just so excited to finish this book. It is so good. Another thing, I am so glad that now getting off at 6 o'clock, it's not pitch black anymore. Now the sun has set, but we do have a little bit of light left. So it's probably going to be dark by the time I get home though, but I'll see you when I get there. You guys can see my reactions when I finish it. Okay, before you say that my cart just looked like a frat boy's cart, I know, okay? I know. But I needed snacks for work, I needed stuff for dinner, and my mom wanted beer. So that's my excuse. So now we're gonna go home and read or finish Phantasma. I have this much left of Phantasma. Pause, sidetrack. If you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, this looks almost like the exact same setup as the intro, it's because I just filmed the intro because I forgot to do it this morning and yesterday. But I have this much left of Phantasma, and for some reason I thought that the Kindle and the physical books followed the same pages, but apparently not, because I'm on page 388 on Kindle, but apparently I'm on page 468 in Phantasma. In the physical book, I have a green tea here brewing and waiting to cool down, and clearly I need the caffeine boost because my brain is not working right now. But I'm going to finish what is this, 25 pages? I'm not ready for this book to be over, but do you want to see me read it? I mean, that's what you're here for, right? Okay, you can watch me read it. That ending was so cute. My eyes are literally welling up with tears right now. This was a 6-star read, and I'm so glad that I was able to finish it today so that I can start a new book. We're not going to talk about how I just threw that on my cart. I haven't decided which book I'm going to start tonight, but tomorrow when I wake up, I will let you know the final page count and then the book that I'm in the middle of tomorrow. But this as low-key kind of inspired me to start a book journal, so I might do that. I have tried to do it in the past and I just wasn't inspired, but maybe I just wasn't reading good enough books. So see you tomorrow. Happy Monday. I just wanted to do a little recap before I go to work this morning. But yesterday I did finish Phantasma, and then I started on Twisted Love by Anna Huang. I'm reading it on my Kindle so I can take it to work, but I do also have the physical copy right here. So in total, I ended up reading 169 pages of Phantasma, and yesterday I read 24 pages of Twisted Love for a total of 193 pages. I'm gonna try and beat the page count today to see if I am able to like crank out more books. I do have several books downloaded on my Kindle in case I do get bored of this one, because it is, I think, like a contemporary romance. It's for sure not fantasy, which is what I usually dabble in, but I was trying to read more romance this month, so we're gonna try and get through it. I'll try and update throughout the day, or at least just show you when I'm reading, because I tend to read mostly at work during slow moments and on my lunch. And then I think I'm gonna go to the gym tonight, so I'll definitely read while I'm doing my cardio too. Day 2 update. It was so unbelievably slow at work today that I read over 300 pages so far. I finished Twisted Love. I rated it like 3 stars. It was pretty good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't mind-blowing by any means. I'm about to head home, and then I'm gonna get changed and go to the gym, and then I'm gonna read more when I'm on the stair climber, but I just wanted to take advantage of some light while I have it. And yeah. I hate having my hair in a ponytail. I feel like with my glasses, my bangs just don't ever sit right, but I'm going to the gym, so who even cares? I'm gonna try and commit to 30 minutes on the stair stepper while I'm reading a book, and I still have to decide what book I'm gonna read because I finished Twisted Love and my husband gets off work in like 45 minutes, so we'll see how much I will end up doing. I'm at least gonna go there, and then my husband did say that we're gonna go get dinner together after, so I'm kind of excited for that. I'll try and get some clips, but I am super self-conscious filming at the gym, so we'll see. "20 minutes on the stair stepper done. I am dying. I read 25 pages. Time to go home and get ready for my date with my husband. Good morning. I am still getting ready for work. I have to leave in about 15 minutes and I'm trying to decide if I like the bangs in front or if I'm going to continue styling them to the side. I honestly can't tell if I like this or not. I think with the right outfit it would look good, but right now it just kind of looks... I don't think it's my look. But anyways, recap of the pages that I read yesterday. Hold on, I'm gonna fix my hair first because it's pissing me off. Okay, recapping what I read yesterday. I did finish Twisted Love. I read 308 pages and then I read 28 pages of Heartless Hunter. And I was getting into it. I just feel like I need a genre change because some of the things that were happening in Heartless Hunter, were not computing in my brain. So I'm going to be starting Never Lie by Frida McFadden. It's our first thriller book of the year and a lot of people were recommending this one. A lot of people were saying that it's a really fast read, so I may even finish it again today. We read a total of 336 pages yesterday, which I feel like is kind of out of the ordinary for me. I feel like I read a lot, just not that much. It was extremely slow at work, so I had a lot of downtime to just sit there and read my Kindle. So I'm gonna see what the vibe is when I get into work today and see if I can read a lot or if it's gonna be a slower day for me. I'm not sure yet. I don't think I have too much going on. When I get home, I do need to edit and then I will go to the gym a little later today. I definitely need to fix this hair situation before I leave for work, but that's yesterday's recap and I will see you throughout the day. So I am officially off of work. I got off work at 6 o'clock. It is just after 7 right now. I have my dinner ready. I did make a coffee because I'm feeling a little low energy. I still have to edit some videos and then I am gonna go to the gym once my husband comes home in like an hour and a half. But I was in a rush this morning, so I didn't really get to talk much about Twisted Love or why I decided to pick up Never Lie. So to start with Twisted Love, I have the physical copy that I did buy, but I read it on Kindle. I'm not mad though. I mean, I love having the physical copies of books, so I don't feel like it was a waste at all. I ended up rating it 3.25 stars. It was really good in my opinion. Wasn't great. You know, like I'm definitely not going to be obsessing over it or thinking about it every waking minute, but I did finish it in an entire day. So it was a good read. I think the story was good. I think the character development was good. I'm not the biggest romance girly. I do have to have elements of fantasy into it for me to really think it's a great book. I need to be confused halfway through the book because of all the world building, but overall I thought it was a good book. Never Lie. This is my first thriller of 2025. My eyes were glued to my Kindle all day. I am so lucky that I had such a slow day at work because I was actually able to sit here and read pretty much the whole day. It was 335 pages and I flew through it. I actually finished the book about 2 hours before I got off work. So the last 2 hours I was going to start Anathema and I read about 14 pages, but ended up just doom scrolling on TikTok because I thought I deserved it after finishing an entire book during my shift. Never Lie was one of those books that you think you know where it's going and it seems like it's going to be predictable and you know exactly what's going to end up happening, and then at the last moment it switches up on you. I will go a little bit deeper with my review in my February wrap up. I don't know if this video is going to come out before or after that video, but if it's after, then go watch my February wrap up. I actually got put on this book. I forget her name, but I will put her socials on screen. She was talking about books that pulled her out of a reading slump, and this was the first book on it, and I thought it sounded pretty interesting, and I wanted a genre switch. So I have read this week Phantasma, Heartless Hunter, Twisted Love. Going from Phantasma to Twisted Love was fine, but then trying to go into Heartless Hunter was a little difficult for me because I just felt like there was just so much fantasy in my head, and I needed a palate cleanser. I needed something to kind of switch up my brainwaves in order to fully know what's going on. Otherwise I would have DNF'd the book. So I think after I finish Anathema, I'm going to read Heartless Hunter, or I might read both at the same time. I'm not sure yet. I do want to finish at least one more book before the month ends. Today is February 26th, which means I have 2 more days to finish 1 more book at least, which I think is completely doable because I've finished 3 books in the past 3 days, so not hard at all. The only thing about Anathema, I'm gonna pull it up on my Kindle right now. It says there's 684 pages in the Kindle version, so that, based on the reading speed from the last 2 days, will take me 2 days to finish. I think I can challenge myself to do it, but I don't want to push myself if it's too much. I'm not gonna like beat myself up over it. This was supposed to be kind of like a realistic how much I read in a week with a 9 to 5, but I'm unintentionally reading way more than I usually read. I don't know if it's because I am having an abnormally slow time at work, or just the fact that I have a Kindle now. I've only had this Kindle for 2 weeks, maybe less. That could be the case. It could also just be that I'm reading really good books right now. But I am not intentionally trying to read more to beef up this video. This is just how it happened. There are times where I can't even finish 1 book in a week, and apparently I am on track to read 5 books this week. But we'll see. Right now, I am going to eat my dinner and edit a video. I'm hoping that I can get it done tonight so that way I can have it up by this Friday. I mean, it's gonna go up this Friday, whether I finish it tonight or tomorrow anyways. But I'd rather get it done tonight so I don't have to stress tomorrow. And then I'm gonna go to the gym, maybe read a little bit of Anathema and see what the vibes are, and if I actually do want to read it tomorrow and Friday. And yeah, I don't know how much more I'm going to update you tonight. We'll see how the cookie crumbles. It feels like it was a very slow day for me today. I didn't film that much, but that's why I wanted to do a little bit of a longer update for you. So hopefully you will see more of me tonight. If not, I will see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna have to rush through yesterday's page recap because I am running late for work and I need to leave in the next 5 minutes, and I still have to finish getting ready. I spoke about it a little bit last night, but I did finish Never Lie. That was 335 pages. And then I did end the night by reading some Anathema while I was at the gym and also before I went to sleep. I read 53 pages of that. So our total for Wednesday is 388 pages. Again, I feel like I am just soaring through these books. I don't know where this newfound energy for reading came from. I think it is the power of the Kindle. I am feeling a little bit more slumpy and low energy today, probably because it's Thursday. So I'm going to see how much I read. I'm not going to push myself to read too much, but if it's slow at work, I really don't have a choice. It's either that or my phone. Anathema is a pretty high fantasy book. I mean, I don't even know if you could consider it fantasy. I consider it fantasy. It's like a glossary and a bunch of terms and everything that you kind of have to remember, so you really have to pay attention when you're reading it. So if it's busier at work, I probably won't finish Anathema today. I'll probably move on to a book that is easier to read in just small increments, because I don't want to just skim through this. I want to be able to fully immerse myself. But if I do end up reading something else, I will be sure to update. I'm just not sure what that something else would be at this moment. It's the 27th, which means we have today and tomorrow to finish another book to add it to our monthly wrap up. Time to go to work. I'm craving a strawberry matcha, so I'm gonna go buy the things to make it. 7 p.m. check-in. I decided I'm going to film this portion on my bed just to switch it up a little bit. The last clip you'll see me at Safeway getting stuff to make a strawberry matcha, because instead of going to buy a matcha, I thought I would just get the stuff to make it myself. What an utter fail that was. So first of all, they didn't have any strawberries that were not rotten, so I thought that was fine. I have blueberries at home. I'll just use the blueberries I have. I picked up some raspberries to snack on, and then I went and got some matcha powder because I was all out. Then I get home. I make the matcha. The blueberry skins get stuck in the straw. The honey, which I didn't mix in with the hot water, ended up sticking to the straw because it was cold, and it tasted so nasty. So my husband is gonna pick me up a matcha on his way home from work. Also, it feels like my room is a million degrees right now, so I have my window open. If you hear some street noise, that's why. Today like I said this morning, felt a little slumpy. I did not read as much as I did on Tuesday and Wednesday. I started on page 53 this morning and now I'm on page 120 of Anathema. So far it's really good. There was a lot of information in the first couple of chapters, so it definitely did take me a little bit to kind of understand what was going on, but I don't mind it. I know that once the ball starts rolling, then it's just gonna go at its normal pace, I assume. This is a duology and I think the second book is coming out this year, so once it picks up I will let you know more of my thoughts on it. I am hoping that I can finish this book by tomorrow to count it towards my February wrap up. It is the 27th today, tomorrow's the 28th, so we have a couple less days than normal because it's February, but I'm still gonna challenge myself to finish it even if I have to stay up late tomorrow night. I think if I get home from work tomorrow with 200 pages or less to read, I'm gonna stay up late and read it. But right now I do have to spend the next hour and a half before my husband gets home to edit some videos, and then we're gonna go to the gym where I'll be able to read while I do my cardio. It is leg day and I'm happy because leg day is my comfort zone and we need booty gains as well as our butt gains. I definitely want to get my hands on some audiobooks so that I can listen to them on my commute and during my workouts. But until then, my Kindle's fine. I'm going to eat my ramen that I just made because I did not make dinner. And I think I'm gonna watch Ice Princess while I'm editing as well. See you in the next update. Thanks for the matcha. Look what I got. Good morning. It's Friday and I apologize for my hair situation, but it's dry after my shower. Yesterday, I think slumped was an understatement. I was really lacking in my reading. So just a recap of the pages that we've read so far. On Monday, I read 193 pages. On Tuesday, I think I read 335. And Wednesday, I read 388 pages. Yesterday, I read significantly less. Now, whatever number you're thinking, half of that. I read 67 pages. So barely anything. I think that's like 2-3 chapters. This is supposed to be a realistic what I read in a week, and it was bound to happen. I read a lot this week, so yesterday was kind of the balance. I usually don't read 300 pages in a day, so the fact that I was able to do that twice just means that I had really good reads that day. Anathema is much slower paced than the other books I was reading this week, which is to be expected because it's almost 700 pages long, but at the same time, I don't want to try and rush through it just to make it count for February, because today is the 28th, tomorrow is March 1st. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to bookmark this book and finish a book that I've started also this week, because I started Wretched and The Crimson Moth. So I think I might read one of those two today because I know I'll be able to finish it, especially if it's slow enough. But I've been super anticipating reading Anathema and I just don't want to make it fly by. So hopefully I'll finish it by next week. I'm not sure when I'm gonna pick it up again, but I'm just going to put it on the back burner for now, just so that I can sit down and really appreciate it. I might even listen to it on audiobook if I can find it on Spotify. But that's my little update for my page counts. I'm excited to see what we end up on today, but I'm going to try and read as much as possible today as well. Yesterday, I said I was going to go and read at the gym while I was doing cardio, but I ended up not even going to the gym because I wanted to finish editing a video that I am uploading today. Actually, the only thing is I rewatched the video this morning and I realized there was one part that I forgot to take out, so I had to edit that and now I'm waiting for it to re-upload before I go to work. But other than that, I'm not sure if I plan on doing anything after work, but I may just stop by a Target just to peruse the book section. I may get myself a coffee. I'm not sure yet, but I kind of want to do something since it's Friday, or maybe I'll just come home and read again. I'm not sure yet, but stay tuned, we'll see. Oh, also, something I'm really anticipated about today is my custom wedding band is actually being delivered today. So you may get a B-roll clip of that when I receive it because it is getting delivered to my work. I am so excited. I think I'm gonna make a TikTok about it too because it is so beautiful. But yeah, I just wanted to share. Okay, toodles. It's 7 o'clock again, just like all of our nightly check-ins, and I'm home from work. It's Friday, and I am so happy to be done with this week. This week has been so weird, and it's been like long, but also short, and I don't even know, but I know it's been a good reading week for the most part for me. I ended up reading Wretched by Emily McIntyre, I believe, and I did finish it while I was at work. So far for the day, I have read 250 pages, and I think I'm gonna start another one, and I'm gonna see how much I can get read tonight because I don't really have any plans for the night. Not sure if I'm gonna end up going to the gym today because they do close at 10 instead of 11, and my husband doesn't get off work until 8 o'clock, but I'm going to start reading Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. A lot of people were saying that this has a lot of like winter vibes, and I want to read this before winter is over, so that way I'm not reading like a wintry book in the spring, even though it doesn't really matter. I just still kind of want to feel the vibes. I do have the exclusive edition with the like funky edges here, and I actually bought the Map of the Otherlands when it first came out, and I have the hardcover original edition, and now that the Compendium of Lost Tales is out, there's a exclusive edition of the second book, so I kind of want to get that so I can match those books together because I have this and then I have like the regular edition of the second book, and eventually once I get to the third book I'm gonna want all three of them to match. Is that doing too much? Maybe. I don't know, but I'm kind of digging like these, like I don't remember what it's called, but these edges, I kind of like it. But I'm gonna see how much I can get read today. I'm gonna sit down and read for a little bit so y'all can watch me read, I guess. What else happened today? Oh, my wedding band came in the mail finally, and I'm obsessed with her. Like, she's so beautiful. I always told my husband I always wanted a marquee cut, and I wanted it to be nature inspired, and this man, like, are you kidding me? That's so beautiful, and it's so sparkly, and I'm obsessed with it, and I feel like it fits my personality perfectly. And the biggest thing was just I didn't want to go outside and see 15 other women wearing the same exact ring as me. I'm obsessed, and I am so thankful, and I love it, and I just feel so blessed to have a piece like this. So yeah, I'm going to sit here and read for a little bit. I don't know how well this vlog reading week in my life is going because I don't really remember everything that I filmed. Hopefully it's been interesting, but if not, that's okay. We're at 250. Let's see what else we can squeeze in. This has felt like such a chaotic week, but I am surprised that I was able to read this much. We are going to do a recap of the page numbers, but I did want to talk a little bit about Wretched, which is the most recent book that I finished. I read 250 pages of Wretched because I think I read 18 pages on Thursday. This book was honestly kind of threw me for a loop. I was not expecting the outcome that I did. I kind of thought that it was going to be one of those books where it's like nobody gets a happy ending, but I was pleasantly surprised. This one, I believe, is based off of The Wizard of Oz. I rated it 4.25 stars. I believe. I really liked how there was a switch there. Instead of it being like good girl, bad guy, it was like good guy, bad girl, which I really appreciated. I liked the switch up there. But for the most part, I think this is my favorite book in the Never After series. Hooked was okay. I mean, it was Scarred, I didn't really like. I don't even remember what happened, to be honest. We ended up reading 263 pages yesterday because we read 250 pages of Wretched and then 13 pages of Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and I was kind of bored of it, to be honest, so I haven't continued it yet. So this is what we are looking at for the month. On Monday we read 193 pages. On Tuesday we read 335 pages. On Wednesday we read 388 pages. Thursday was a very slow day for us. We read 67 pages, and then on Friday, we made it up by reading 263 pages for a total of 1,246 pages this week. I've ended up finishing 4 books, and I think that's proof of the power of the Kindle, because if I did not have my Kindle, I definitely would not have read that much. But I hope you enjoyed this realistic reading vlog. Please keep in mind that a lot of this is done while I'm at work during slow moments, and it is done on my Kindle. If you are the type of person who doesn't believe that people can read this much, it is because people are reading instead of doing other things like scrolling or watching TV. I essentially replaced my screen time with reading on my Kindle this week, which is why I was able to read so much. But I do have very, very high goals for March, so I am hoping that I can just use this as a stepping stone and building the momentum up from here. But that being said, that is all that I have for you. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Hopefully I can incorporate more reading vlogs into my content because I actually really enjoyed doing this. If you enjoyed, please let me know because I would love to do more of these. My links are in the description box below. If you don't follow me on others, please consider it because I post there too. I hope you have a wonderful and beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.